What if I told you there is a secret world of tiny creatures with incredible powers beyond the realm of human imagination? When you realize the phenomenal abilities of these tiny little animals and what they're truly capable of, in comparison, we are just big, clumsy giants. I've devoted my life to unlocking the secrets of these miraculous mini monsters. I'm teaming up with a scientist friend, and we're going to the very edge of the world to find them.
Which way? It's in the bush. I got one.
Behind you. Did you get it?
He's got me.
Looks like a dinosaur, straight up from the dawn of time.
That's the perfect killing machine right there. I'll show you, pound for pound, they stack up against any creature that ever roamed the earth. Bite that. Oh!
He destroyed my sensor.
This is in the realm of superheroes. Size does not matter, especially when you're a little giant.
Trying to watch out for snakes in all of these vines. The problem is, everything looks like a dangling snake in here.
The snakes that look like vines aren't the ones we need to be frightened of. It's these spiky vines themselves. But it's covered in these fishhook type thorns.
Oh, I see them.
And if you get a bunch of these on you, it can suspend the weight of a man with a pack.
That's comforting.
Now, to survive in an environment this harsh, you have to be pretty tough. And the monster we're after is one of the toughest animals you will ever find, with a reputation of being the Wolverine of the rainforest. Billy and I have made our way into the Emerald Furnace. That is, the rainforest of southern Thailand, in search of the most powerful of all tree-climbing geckos, the tokay gecko. This is an arboreal meat grinder, armed with angular jaw structure and polished diamond teeth. It has a devastating bite. Add to that incredible explosive speed, and perhaps most impressive, the tokay gecko has a vice-like grip. Whatever it is attached to, be it animal or plant, it's not going anywhere. Our goal today is to capture a tokay gecko in order to test its strength and aggression and see once and for all if this voracious carnivore is immune to gravity.
How are we gonna see anything, let alone this tokay gecko, when it's this dense?
All this skinny stuff, this is all young forest, it's all secondary forest, and we're actually looking for old growth forests, big, thick, crenulated stuff. The big boys are gonna be in the big trees. So keep an eye out for any kind of shadowy area inside the sort of ridges and the gullies up in these big mature trees. That's where a tokay will want to hang out during the day. And remember, this particular lizard, it has contrasting yellow and orange dots against light or dark skin. So if you get any sense of speckling or any movement on a tree branch, we stop and take a second look.
Got it. So it's supposed to cool down to 95 degrees today.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, this is getting better.
Yeah?
Yeah, as you get a more mature canopy, the ground starts to open up. Okay, because the sunlight doesn't get down here enough to allow them to flourish. You're gonna get bigger trees, bigger vines, bigger lizards.
Music to my ears.
This is what I'm talking about.
This is a skyscraper in the middle of the jungle, man.
This, my friend, is the mighty strangler fig. It starts off as a parasitic plant, tiny, like a vine, and then eventually it takes over the forest. Isn't this beautiful?
Oh my gosh. This is really cool.
You see this big dead tree coming out?
Uh-huh.
That was once a host tree. It has completely cannibalized this host tree and just built itself a cathedral. Every nook and cranny is a labyrinth of living quarters right here.
What do you think is living in here?
Well, Lower floors, one of 200 species of rodent. Middle floors, every imaginable snake. And the penthouse, monkeys and birds. And all in these gaps, that's where you find big lizards. This place is just perfect. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that. That is a massive termite mound. That's lizard food. We are in the right place.
Nice.
Keep looking.
I see something moving. I see something moving.
What is it?
Oh, I see it.
Seriously? Get your net, buddy. Get your net.
Got it? I got it. I got it.
Is that it? It's not the animal we're after. That is a flying gecko.
No way.
See this feather-like tail?
Uh-huh.
See how the toes are fused?
That's so cool.
Look at this. Even on his face, he's got these flaps on his face for steering.
Wow.
See this belly fringe?
Oh, yeah.
It's designed to catch maximum air on the way down. It doesn't so much fly, but it can drop from virtually any height to escape predators or to get to a more prey-rich environment. And talk about well camouflaged. I put my hand almost directly on it before I realized what it was. As impressive as he is, the tokay gecko would toss this guy down like a cupcake.
Oh.
So I'm gonna put him back,
Okay.
and then we keep looking.
Good find.
Billy,
Yeah.
we got something.
Yeah?
Yeah. Look, no. See this massive vine?
Uh-huh.
Okay, go up about 30 feet. See two dark spots, and there's a light spot between it.
Oh, jeez.
That's that guy. That's that white whale.
All right, let's go get this guy.
Here's the problem. He's got no eyelids. When he has transparent eyelids, he doesn't blink, so I don't know if he's asleep or not. If he is, we got a chance. If he isn't, it may be over before it even begins. Okay, here's the plan. Do you think you could get up high enough to cut her off going up this huge tree? Because if it gets onto that, it's gone. Meanwhile, I'm gonna flank him from the low right and hopefully make my move nice and smooth.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, he's moving over. This just got a lot more exciting. All right, if he goes and I miss him, you ready, okay?
I got you. He's moving. He's moving. Oh, got it? Yes! Oh my gosh!
Look at this! Look at this! Woo! He's a thing of beauty.
With those gold eyes. Look at those jaws.
I know, it's huge.
Oh! Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That was an audible crack.
I know. This guy makes all sorts of sounds. In fact, the name tokay is derived from the sound it makes when it's looking for a mate. This very distinctive call. And that is the noise from which we get the word tokay.
Wow.
All right, let's put him into the capture box and let's get back to the lab. You are magnificent.
We just got our first up-close look at the tokay gecko, and this thing is Frankenstein's masterpiece. I mean, it is crazy aggressive. Add on top of that the musculature of its jaws and its diamond-like sharp teeth that I can see do serious damage. And finally, those remarkable toes. They are otherworldly, and its inverted climbing was impeccable. It is unreal getting a chance to see the biomechanics of this arboreal master of the tropical rainforest. This tokay gecko is a marvel to behold. Look at those colors.
Just exquisite, those dots of orange, gold, white on a tan background. It's an impressive looking gecko, but when you actually examine its power, its grip, its bite force, its phenomenal speed, it's the stuff of legends.
So let's put some numbers behind that.
All right.
We'll start with the baseline measurements.
I'm with you. All right, he is on
The gecko weighs 2.1 ounces.
basically the same weight as a tennis ball.
Let's get a length.
So, from the tip of his nose to the tip of his tail.
10 inches.
He's pretty big, but they can actually get up to over a foot in length.
All right, what do you want to do first, mate?
While the gecko was crawling upside down, I noticed it had some insane dexterity and speed.
Oh, yeah.
Look at those toes. Look at how he's holding on to this perpendicular vertical surface just by his toes.
I know, even amongst geckos, the toka gecko's feet are something special. Look at all those feathers down each toe, and then those claws at the end. He's got the grip, the suction, and a spike. With that kind of grip strength, he doesn't seem to care whether he's upside down or right way up. And that's why it has insane climbing abilities. You wouldn't believe its vertical speed.
I want to see this guy run up a vertical plane, and with our high-speed camera, capture all of the amazing detail of those toes in action.
I love it. How are you going to achieve that?
We're going to use the plexi we usually use to measure speed.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to turn it vertical on its end and do a speed test straight up.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh! Wow! That was amazing.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Don't bite me, don't bite me, don't bite me.
Let's look at the footage. Wow. This is twice as impressive.
The front thirds are lifted up. He doesn't even need full suction to get up this completely smooth surface.
There's this amazing microscopic nanostructure at play.
It's crazy that the foot has 5 toes, the 5 toes have countless feathers, and the feathers have these countless nano hairs. A lot of people might imagine that he has like octopus suction pads on his toes, but no, it's these nano hairs.
All of those little hairs are basically bonding with the substrate of this capture box.
Amazing.
This gecko has over 2 million points of connection that it can apply to any surface.
That's like a rock climber with 2 million fingers. You get up anything, and he just does that and just, wow, like a rocket.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of which, I want to know how fast that was.
Okay, here's the start. The tokay gecko did 32 inches in 4/10 of a second. That's 4 miles per hour, and he's just 10 inches long.
And that's when he's moving vertically, straight up. The most cutting-edge technologies that allow humans to climb smoother vertical surfaces have all been inspired by this extraordinary gecko. And we still can't compete with this guy. And that's how he makes it look effortless when he powers through the trees, chasing prey, evading giant predators. This is how he dominates the Southeast Asian rainforest canopy. That incredible climbing ability, it's almost impossible to escape if you're unlucky enough to be in its crosshairs, because he'll run you down, he will bite you, and you can't get away.
I mean, look at those jaws.
Mm-hmm. His very triangular jaw, these massive muscles on the side. The super jaw muscles are such that the head itself is almost twice the width of the shoulders. That's how much biting power it has.
And look at those teeth. It's like having diamond saws in your mouth for teeth.
It absolutely is. This is a biting machine. And I promise you, anything it can fit in its mouth, it will eat. Invertebrates, mammals, reptiles, amphibians, even tiny birds.
Ooh, that's impressive. But let's put some numbers behind that. Let's do the bite force test.
Well, I can tell you right now, it's going to be impressive.
You know the deal.
Yeah, I do.
Get him to bite down on the sensor. We should get a great reading.
Okay, here we go. Oh! Oh!
Oh, he's got a good. The brutality.
You see that?
Oh, man.
Oh, he won't let go of it.
Wow.
Tell me you got that.
I can't believe it. 3.1 pounds of force.
Holy smokes.
That bite force is 23 times his body weight.
That is as powerful as some of the strongest biters in the entire animal kingdom.
Like, for example, one time I was diving on the Great Barrier Reef. I saw a tiger shark bite a green sea turtle in half.
No way.
This guy is in that league.
Even the animal with the strongest bite force ever measured, the saltwater crocodile, has a bite 3 to 4 times its mass. But our gecko's chomp is 23 times its mass.
This, my friend, is a fine leather-coated guillotine. When he gets a hold of something, it's over before it begins. He is saving energy in this oppressive heat by ending his hunts quickly. Remember, he has to defend his territory with intense ferocity at all times, or he will lose his food resources and he will lose his mating pool. So this guy is heavily armed because it really is a jungle out there.
I'm floored.
Of course, its shattering bite is not the most impressive attribute of the tokay gecko. This voracious carnivore is immune to gravity. Its grip, so resolute, just doesn't care how it's orientated.
So awesome.
He lives in a world of 360 degrees all the time.
That is awesome. This is one of the most efficient gripping techniques in the natural world. All of those micro hairs are basically bonding with the substrate of this box.
That's because his grip functions at a molecular level. These freakish feet, this incredible power, and this grip strength, I'm in awe of it.
We're gonna put the gecko's grip strength to the test.
All right, what do you have in mind?
For this final test, we are gonna let it grab onto this tree upside down because that's what he naturally does. Only this time, he'll be wearing a harness. And from that harness, we'll suspend this force sensor. Very gently, you will play a very safe game of tug-of-war with the gecko using this sensor.
Got it. So my efforts to pull on the sensor will register as pounds force, and you'll get a number measuring the grip strength of the gecko.
Exactly. And you're just gonna pull until you feel comfortable with where his grip actually is on the log, because obviously we don't wanna hurt him.
100%.
I'm going to stop the test well before I get the slightest sense that his grip is weakening.
Exactly.
Okay, let's do this.
Now, this miniature harness is made of soft, pliable leather, and I'm going to secure it to him very loosely. He'll barely know he's wearing it.
He's inverted and secure.
That sensor by itself weighs 3.1 ounces.
Already, he's suspending 150% of his own body weight.
When you're ready, just start pulling gently on the sensor.
Flying force now.
6.3 pounds. 18.4.
I'm pulling harder.
36.8.
That is unbelievably strong.
52 pounds of force.
You are a mighty beast. I'm calling it. That is truly ridiculous grip strength and incredible sticking power.
We didn't even max him out.
No.
That was the safe number. The gecko had the equivalent of 52 pounds of weight suspended from him, and he didn't even seem to notice. That's 415 times his body weight.
I can't believe it.
Just imagine something. 415 times your weight clinging onto you as you hung onto the edge of a cliff, and your grip remained totally unaffected.
That's awesome.
That is so impressive.
Is there any other creature that might compare?
The only creature I can think of is the giant squid. Its suction ability is legendary and might make a worthy match for this tokay gecko. Imagine if we scaled up our 2-ounce gecko to the mass of a 440-pound giant squid. And these two behemoths decided to hang out, literally, from the underside of a bridge over a harbor. The squid's muscular suction grip could stay affixed to the bridge even if it was retrieving an 88,000-pound midget submarine from the deep. That's 200 times its body weight. Absolutely stunning suction. But our jumbo lizard could actually support the 180,000-pound weight of a 150-foot luxury yacht. Such record-setting grip strength would give the tokay gecko a hang time that nobody on the planet could compete with.
He is just a zero-gravity hunter.
Absolutely. There's no way he can't go, and there's no way he can't hunt. It could attack from any angle. Upside down, fully inverted, on its side, doesn't matter. This supernatural grip.
I mean, it's so resolute that scientists have long tried to emulate the gecko's sticky capabilities to create industrial-strength adhesives, but they're not even close.
That's the kind of power you need in order to live that well in this rainforest.
This little guy is phenomenal. But it's not just a monster grip. He's got so many other cool things going for him.
You are so right. This kind of bite force for a gecko, that's like bringing a bazooka to a pillow fight. And its freakish vertical speed. It powers off the ground and just rips prey off of the branches. Speaking of which, it is time for us to let him go.
Yeah.
And return him back to his rainforest home.
I think you're right. The tokay gecko is such an epic creature. The baddest bruiser of the forest.
That is so true.
There you go, buddy.
This little mini monster is beast mode 24/7. And I'm in awe of that.
He certainly deserves to go home.
Mind you, he's also the terror of the tropics, so I don't expect the other jungle creatures to thank us for setting him free again.